Hi guys, got a request from MXNG0760. YouTube's annoying. They give you the original ID of the person rather than what they like to call themselves nowadays. That's a side issue. Anyway, what they want, as far as I can make out, is a balloon-powered car that will carry an egg. I've had lots of requests for rubber band powered cars that carry eggs, and I've done quite a few videos on them. Balloon powered car is probably going to be a bit more of a challenge because we really don't get much power from a balloon. Let's start off with the basics. Wheels. I like CDs. This one you can see I've just taped bottle caps in the middle so that I can put the axle through the middle, because your normal CD has got a big hole in it, and that's no good if you want to put an axle through, so you have to fill it with something. Bottle caps work absolutely fine. Sticky tape, hold them in place, and if they're slightly out of angle, you can actually push it around a little bit and that'll adjust it. If you haven't got bottle caps, you can use cardboard. Just glue that on the side and push a hole through the middle. Because I happen to have a 3D printer, I like to 3D print a nice little adapter that clips into the hole. Mine does actually rock around a little bit, so let's see if I can find one that I've done already. What I usually do is just put a bit of tape across the back to stop it rocking around. Well, for some reason I haven't got an example there, but never mind. So, what I'm going to tell you is, if you haven't got a 3D printer or you're not allowed to use one, use cardboard or bottle caps. They work absolutely fine. That one's hot glued in place. That one's taped in place. Still works. For axles, I always used to use barbecue skewers because they were easy to get hold of. You get a pack of about 50 for £1 in Poundland, or at least you used to. Lately, I've been using bicycle spokes because I bought a bundle of bicycle spokes and they're quite handy too. So, bicycle spokes, barbecue skewers, whatever you like. As you can see, these ones I've already got 3D printed hubs, and that's what I intend to use. Balloons, well, what have I got here? Oh, those are going to be no use. Party balloons. The only problem I will probably have is lots of these are years old and they'll probably actually burst when I blow them up. But yeah, party balloons, you can get all sorts of sizes. Or you can go really silly and get these things that they call punch balloons, which are much bigger. And normally you have them on a rubber band like that and you punch them. What else have we got? You can get these long, thin ones. These ones are actually designed to make a noise as they well, they act like rockets, but they make an amusing noise as they go. Some you can buy all sorts of different sizes. So the distance you go will depend a bit on what size balloon you use, obviously. The disadvantage of a really big balloon is it's going to flop around and it'll probably get stuck on the wheels of the car, and that will slow it down. Anyway, that's what we're going to do. And then for the body of the car or the chassis, I've got a bit of cardboard here. Up to a point, the longer it is, the better, because it'll go straighter. It's easier to get a long car to go straight than it is to get a short car to go straight. The other thing is, if it's fairly big, you can get the balloon in the middle somewhere, and it's not going to rub against the wheels. How you actually connect the rubber band to the car, there's several ways. You can make a bit that sticks up with a hole in it to hold the balloon in place, or you can just put some double-sided tape straight on the car, put the balloon straight on the double-sided tape, and that will hold it in place with no other clever work at all. Just double-sided tape and it'll hold it in place. In some cases it'll come loose, so you might need more double-sided tape. Anyway, I will cut this straight across. I'll actually fold the ends over, and I'll probably fold the sides over as well, and that'll make it a bit stronger because it'll be double thickness where I folded it over. I'll get on and do that. Well, thinking about it, I can just use this bit. It's double thickness. That'll do the job. Paper drinking straws. And I hot glue them on the end there. Right, one thing I forgot to mention, you need some sort of plastic tube to hold the neck of the balloon open. And that will be a convenient thing to actually put through a cardboard, we'll call it a wall for now. If we push that through the cardboard and put some rubber bands around it, that will hold it in place so that the balloon doesn't shoot off the car, because I'm going to use that rather than try and use double-sided tape. The size of the hole will make a difference as to how much air comes out. Too small and the air will come out very slowly and the car will hardly move. Too big, it'll come out all in one go, and well, same problem, the car may not move because it comes out too quickly. So you might need to adjust the size of the tube. We'll worry about putting an egg on it later. I'll just cut a hole at that end for the egg to sit in. Right, I'm going to put a rubber band around there, that little bit, and that will actually stop that flying out that way when the air's blowing out. It probably won't anyway, but I'll do that. Next problem is how you can actually blow it up. I can actually get my mouth on there. If you're sharing this with friends, you might not want to do that. You don't want to be putting your mouth around where somebody else has been blowing through it. Anyway. We'll blow it up and see how far it goes. It may burst, so say they're old balloons. Well, we did the full distance with no trouble. Right, I'm cutting a big hole in the end here that the egg can go through. It's not quite big enough yet. You do actually want it to be tight in there. You don't want it to rock around, because when it hits the end wall, if it's able to move, it'll probably break. So you do want it to be a tight fit, but I'm going to put a piece of cardboard over the top and underneath to hold it in place so it doesn't shoot out. So there we go, bit of bent cardboard underneath so it can't drop out the bottom, and a bit of cardboard on top that I can fold over it to hold it in place. Then I'll just put some tape over here, because we can always take the tape off afterwards to recover the egg. There we go, egg in place, bit of tape over there just to stop it flicking up. So we'll give it another run, see if we can do the distance. We'll actually run it in the opposite direction. I'll put the camera down here and I put some cushions there just in case it hits the wall. And we'll run it from there up to here, see if we can hit the camera with it. Okay, somebody's going to ask for dimensions. As you saw, I just used what was available from the box. But we are 19 inches long, which is 49 centimeters, 490 millimeters. And about 4 inches wide, or 10 centimeters, or 100 millimeters. And that's about it, really. I used paper straws for the front, for the axle tubes. I used CDs for the wheels. I used my 3D printed hubs for the wheels, but I showed you can use plastic bottle tops or cardboard. Finding a suitable bit of plastic for the tube there might be a problem. You'll just have to search around. It certainly works better if you've got a plastic tube to hold the balloon. And then this piece here, I just used what I had. That's going to be about 10 centimeters, 100 millimeters, 4 inches high, with the hole stuck through it. That little flap of cardboard stuck on there with a rubber band around it just to stop that blowing through. and a couple of bits of extra cardboard and a hole in the front to carry the egg. I say, you don't want it to be loose in there. If it's loose and it hits the wall hard, then it will move and shatter or break. Mind you, it'll still break if you hit it hard enough anyway, I suppose. But I would advise against it being loose. My only problem now is where to put this video, because the request came up on my Put a Rubber Band on It channel, which is all rubber band powered things, and clearly this is balloon powered. So it has to go on my main channel. But I'll have to put a link on it to the guy who asked the question so he knows where to go and look for it. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave us a comment so I know how I'm doing. And somewhere up here there'll be some links to related playlists. Thanks again.